And we are back with Sapphire Rose. Sapphire, you have me enthralled and you're doing excellent. Thank you. So, the obvious rose. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yes.
How did that come about?
It came off when my aunt and my sister and I were in our backyard eating breakfast, and she asked about what I wanted to be when I grew up, and she also showed us some other young girls who were able to make their dream come true and make a change in the world.
Wow. So the obvious rose, when you hear that, what comes to mind?
I would think about my designs and how my mom taught me everything that she knows to help me achieve my goal of making my company a success.
If your mom had to teach or open a school for young girls, would you agree with that?
I would agree 100% because so far she's taught me very well, and I think that she would be able to teach other young girls so that they can become what they want to be. Like they can be other designers, and they can all achieve their goals of being designers as well.
I'm going to call some words. And if that apply, if any applies to your mother, just say check. All right? Patient,
Check,
thoughtful,
check,
knowledgeable,
check,
detailed,
check,
friendly,
check,
disciplinarian,
check,
a good teacher.
check.
All right. Got a lot of check marks there. So, what is your intention or for the obvious rose?
My intention for the August Rose is to inspire other young girls to achieve their dreams so that they can become what they want to be, even no matter what happens.
This courage you have, this strength, this determination you have, I guess part of it is attributed to your mom. But who are some other women in your life that you believe have contributed to how you are growing up and contributed to how strong you are and how courageous you are? Who are some other women you would like to give credit to?
One of them might be my aunt. Her name is Natasha, and she taught me to be very courageous and to follow my dreams.
And to follow your dreams. If you had to give her a message right now, what would you say to her?
I would say thank you for all you've done to taught me to be brave and to have courage in front of a camera.
Manners. Very important. Would you say that to your friends, to young girls, young children?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to that sort of discipline, tell us about mom.
She would make sure that I would eat properly and I wouldn't mess up anything, and that I have good manners and I would treat people the way I want to be treated.
How important is that for young people to relate to each other, treating people the way they want to be treated? If you're talking to, well, some of them are tuning in tonight, so tell them, what would you say to young people about being kind?
That if you want to be respected by others, you have to respect them first.
Charmin said, I am blown away. She's handling this like a professional. Do you feel like a professional?
Kind of.
Kind of. So if you were to come back and sit in front of me 5 years from now, you'll be 14. What would you like to be telling me about your accomplishments?
I would tell you about what I've done so far and how many people I've been able to help and how I've improved on my designs.
So you really want to help people. So making money is just one part of it. Your real passion is about helping people.
Yes.
Do you think you would have gotten this far or done so much without passion?
Um, I'm not. I'm not sure I would have
Mm.
because to be passionate about my designs, I would keep going and I wouldn't stop until I am satisfied about my accomplishments.
What are what are people usually surprised to learn about you when they get to know you?
They sometimes are surprised about how easy I would take things and how artistic and creative I would be.
What are some of your artistic tools? Let's say you walked in, mom took you shopping, and you went into an art supply place that sells fabric and pens and pencils and iron, crayon and paints and so on. What are some things you would pick up?
I would pick up some pens and a lot of paint.
A lot of paints. What do you see? I have to be careful when you asking children a question because the answer might embarrass you. So I have to think about how I'm going to phrase this question. What do you like painting?
I like painting, um, mostly I like painting mermaids,
Mermaids.
and sometimes I would even paint more sketches of designs, and then I would put people in them
And you put people.
inside of those sketches of design.
So you design the clothes and then you put people in it. So pens and crayons and markers are things that you love.
Yes.
Audience, I hope you guys are listening. When is your birthday?
My birthday is September 26th.
September 26th. Okay. All right. Remember, Sapphire's birthday is September 26th, and she likes art supply. She likes pens and art and crayons and paints. Right? What colors do you like to work with?
I mostly work with a lot of blue because blue is one of my favorite colors.
Blue. What is it about blue that appeals to you?
I like the way it just pops out and goes with many other colors.
I have to remember this answer, Sapphire. You were 9 years old and so articulate. But let me continue. Wow. So you like to work with blue. Is blue your favorite color?
Yes.
What are the colors you really like?
I like pink, orange, red, yellow, and sometimes green.
Sometimes
Green.
green. But blue is your favorite. And because it pops out. Your desire to create and design clothes. How much of that would you say is as a result of growing up around it, growing up around your mommy, seeing her and your dad and, you know, Uncle Gary?
It's mostly because I grew up watching them design clothes and costumes for like things like festivals, and I grew up watching how they would design things, and then I would try out how I saw them do it.
What would you like? I might have asked you this question in a different way before, but what advice would you want to give young girls, especially?
That you shouldn't give up and to follow your dreams.
To follow your dreams. I'm asking you this question because we are human beings, and sometimes we go through these moments. Maybe you're too young for that, but sometimes we do. We have little doubts, we have little fears, we have a little, Maybe I'm not doing the right thing or so on. Do you ever experience those?
Um, Sometimes when I think that my designs wouldn't turn out the way I imagine it in my mind,
Uh-huh.
but mostly I would push forward to try to reach what is similar to what I picture in my designs.
So, okay, so if you get frustrated during that process where it's not coming out or you think it might not come out the way you envision it, what do you do to get rid of that frustration?
I would keep trying, or I would just turn what I have so far into something better than I imagined.
Somebody, either you or your mom, did not tell me your correct age. You are 9 years old?
Yes.
You are 9 years old.
Yes.
I'm going to give you one last chance. You are 9 years old.
Yes.
Okay, so Sapphire. So in the chat room, Charmin says, what fabric does she like to work with? Have she considered Project Runway Junior?
Something I'm thinking about.
Okay, something you're thinking about. And the fabric, what type of fabric you like to work with?
I like to work with fabrics that would look good together and would be able to fit to my satisfaction.
So wait a second. The fabric is very important. So not all fabrics go together.
No.
Wow. And those days when you get really frustrated or you don't feel like doing this, what is your fallback thing to do? When, let's say you want to take a break from designing and so on, what do you like to do?
Mostly I would sit down quietly and just draw or color in a sketchbook or on a piece of paper that I would find. Or if I feel like it, I would play with my brother and sister and keep them company.
Keep them company. If I were to ask your mother, or a stranger were to ask your mother to tell them about you, what do you think she would say? What are 2 or 3 things she would say about you?
She would say that I'm very artistic and I am very creative in my designs, and that I would push forward to what my goal is.
I'm determined.
I especially like that part about you, that you would push forward. So if something is, let me get this right, something is not going right, you don't just throw it away, you don't throw a tantrum and get upset and look, I'm done. You transform it into something else. I did ask you what is your favorite thing to design. Oh my gosh. How would you want people to think of your pieces? Yes, how would you want them to think of your pieces?
I would want them to think that that it's something that represents myself in my creativity and what they would want to wear, and something that represents my wanting to push forward and achieve my goal.
Do you envision working together with your mom on a project or working together with your Uncle Roger on a project at any time?
Sometimes when I feel like when I'm designing, I need extra help, and when I want to get extra help from someone I know is very good at designing.
You know a very good art designer. In your Sapphire, how important, let me turn this question a different way. Why is an art designer so important to this process? Pretend I don't have a clue about designing.
An art designer is important to the process because to be a designer, you have to be artistic and you have to be creative to think of new ideas of what to design. Because sometimes if you don't know what would design next, you would be very stuck in like something that you don't know how to get out of.
Let's take a little break. My God. Impressive. Got a few more minutes.